Hello everyone, you're watching the first quarterly video update from the Iceland Initiative. My name is Gunnarsson and I'm the one planning the church in Iceland. If you don't know what the Iceland Initiative is all about, then let me explain it to you. It's a three-prong approach to see the gospel of Jesus Christ spread in Iceland. First and foremost is to plant a gospel-believing and gospel-teaching church who keeps on planting other churches who do the same. Out from that, we will have the two other prongs come out from that. The second one is to start a creative organization to use media, technology, and creativity in general to see the gospel message spread through that. The third prong is to do a theology and apologetics school in Iceland, that through that school leaders would be raised to go out and plant other churches. Now that I've explained what the Iceland Initiative is all about, let me explain to you how we've been personally. Of course, with the job, there's difficulties, especially spiritual ones, but our family is doing great. Mikael, our son, is turning 2 in the beginning of July and going to kindergarten in the beginning of August, or daycare, if you will. Svava and I are doing really good. Our marriage, I don't think, has ever been at a better place like it is right now. There have been some difficulties practically, mainly financial difficulties and minor health issues. Now, up until this point, we've only managed to do one thing, and that's to plant the church. And since this is our first quarterly update, I'll do the whole year, so you know what we've been doing from the beginning of the year 2014. First, a big step, we always wanted to, as a church, belong in a neighborhood. We got this facility for free when we wanted to do Sunday services with the International House of Prayer. It was located in a sort of obscure location in an industrial park. Well, in the beginning of this year, we moved from that building to a neighborhood, to a college actually, located smack dab in the middle of an awesome neighborhood called Gunnar. Also, from the beginning of this year, we've grown from having 1 to having 4 house churches. This year, we've set up official membership in our church, something I don't think any other church in Iceland does have. So far, we've had about 6 people go through it. They've gone through the classes that are necessary. They've done the interviews. There are more on the way and coming through. We've got an Icelander coming up in the trial run to become an elder. And that's exciting news because, well, we want to be an elder-run church. This year, we've been doing a lot of paperwork, some bylaws, some rules for the church, because we're working on registering our church with the state. And since in Iceland, there's no separation between church and state, it's a difficult task. From January, our attendance in the church has nearly doubled. It's high summer right now, and when Icelanders get sun, they just go crazy for vitamin D. And some churches even just skip having services during the summer because Icelanders do disappear to get some vitamin D. Well, I'm glad to say we're doing really good, and I might be because we have a lot of young people who just can't afford to go anywhere. So works well for us. Also, a lot of the people in our church, and myself included, we've been meeting at the University of Iceland Square to talk theology, philosophy, and apologetics with some of the students in the University of Iceland. It's been really fun. Some Christian people coming, some atheists coming, some agnostics coming, and we're just bringing up questions about faith, about God, and trying to answer them as best as we can, seeing some people come to faith, some people just liking the discussion, and it's been an awesome time. Svava and I, my wife Svava, we've been working on a radio show and on Linden Radio, which is a radio station that's broadcast all over the nation here in Iceland. And we're on 4 times a week with a show on theology and apologetics. It's been an awesome time. It's been an awesome opportunity to work with my wife, and it's been an awesome time. Up until this point, we've also had a lot of churches from the States come. Also, we did a family fun day for the neighborhood where we had bounce houses, laser tag, we had face painting, we had bracelet making, and all this kind of stuff for our neighborhood. About 80 people showed up. And it was a really good time just seeing a lot of the kids from the neighborhood, a lot of the families from the neighborhood, just to let them know that there's a church there meeting. Now, that's it for what we have been doing for the first 6 months of this year. Now on to what we're planning to do in the next quarter or so. The next quarter looks really busy. The Jessups have been pastoring Emmanuel Baptist Church, which is the English-speaking Baptist church here in Iceland. Well, they're moving back to the States. The next quarter is a transitional period for us. I'll be taking care of most of the teaching at Emmanuel from now on. I'll be teaching both at Lofstavan, the church we're planning, and Emmanuel Baptist Church every Sunday. And so pray for us as we go through that. Right now we've been about a year going through Romans, and we're about to finish our teaching series on Romans. We're thinking Gospel of Matthew next. So that should take about 2 years to go through, if not 3. We're also doing a lot of stuff around that, videos, marketing, and just trying to get people to come who normally wouldn't show up, and we're gonna hopefully try to answer a lot of questions about Jesus, because a lot of people have an idea of who Jesus was but don't have a good idea of who he said he was. Also, we're gonna work on getting more people through membership, getting them involved, getting them to dedicate themselves to our church, to building this up and helping us grow. And that's going to be an exciting time. This quarter we'll be focusing on the kids, trying to make a fun and a comfortable environment for the kids coming to Lofstavan. We haven't had too many kids up until this point, but right now we have sometimes up to 7 or 8 kids coming, and we're going to figure out how to build a kids ministry this quarter, especially because a lot of young families just won't come unless you have something for the kids. I don't know if it's going to be a full-out kids ministry yet, but at least someone babysitting the kids while the service is going on so they can have a fun time too. Also this quarter we're going to start focusing on fundraising around August, because we know a lot of churches, especially in the States, start thinking about in August about the budget for next year, 2015. So we know for churches and organizations to support us, we need to get to them before they make a budget. If you know of any churches, organizations, or individuals that would like to support us here financially or just by prayer, please let us know. You can contact us. You'll see the contact info at the end of this video, or you can just forward this video to that individual church or organization. There are 2 groups from the States coming. The first group is going to come in the end of July, and we're going to do an ESL camp. We're going to help kids from the ages of 8 to 12, if they want to brush up on their English or get better at speaking English, have an English speaking camp. The radio show that Svava and I are doing, we're going to keep on doing that till about September or October, and then reevaluate and see if we want to keep on doing that or if we're too busy doing other things. The discussion group that we had at the university got pretty big at the end of the semester. We joined another church and doing that group, the first one. This semester we're thinking about doing our own group at a different day of the week and seeing how it goes, because the other one got kind of big for everyone to get an input. I'm a different kind of guy, and I really like aesthetics, so throughout this quarter we're also going to try to figure out how we can improve the aesthetics of the school. We're meeting in a classroom, and the aesthetics of a classroom is really just non-existent. So I'm gonna see how this quarter we can make our services, our Sunday services, see how we can just make minor changes that don't cost a whole lot to improve the environment that we worship in. The first weekend of August is called Verslunarmannahelgi. Yes, try to pronounce that. Everyone just goes out of town. It's this mass hypnosis of Iceland. Everyone just does it. No one knows why. See, no one knows why. Well, we want to do an annual camp during that weekend as a church, to go together outside of town, sleep in tents, have fun, get a party tent, and live in the nature over the weekend, have services, have fun, play music, do whatever. So we're gonna do our first camp, have fun, and we're gonna see how that goes. We want to do it annually. I don't know if we'll make it this year because, well, I'm too late in planning it. It's only a month away, and we'll see how it goes. Also, Acts 29 is a church planning network. We've finished a lot of the application, about 80% of it. We need to finish the 20%, and this quarter we're going to use to finish our application to Acts 29 network. We want to be a church affiliated with the network because we agree theologically and we love what they do. They're awesome at planning churches. They're awesome at helping individuals be better at planning churches, and that's what we want to be a part of. So that's it, I guess. That's what we've been doing. That's what we plan on doing. And I hope you continue to support us financially, for those churches and individuals and organizations who are supporting us. Thank you so much for your generosity. I hope you realize that it's paying off. I hope you realize the people that are being touched, and I hope you are encouraged in your giving. Also, I want to thank all of you who are praying for us. It's really appreciated. We really need it. We struggle a lot sometimes, but by the grace of God, we continue to go forward. I want to end this video with just showing a short clip. It's just people have showed up to services, and we want to put faces to the names. A lot of the times I'm talking about with pastors, with people who are supporting us or praying for us. I'm talking about different people, and I want you to have faces that match the names that we're talking about. I'll put the info at the end of the video about how you can give or stay in contact. But I want you to see these faces of the people that you've touched through your giving, through your prayers. Thank you so much.